Hello folks, I'm Dean with Dean's Woodworking. Welcome to the shop. Y'all come on in and make yourself comfortable. Tonight we're going to turn a very simple little project. Even though it's simple, it's a great project for beginners, intermediate, and advanced turners, and I don't think you'll ever regret turning one of these, because regardless of how many you turn, they're gonna disappear. You can sell them, friends and family will want them, you can give them away. You will not have any trouble getting rid of them. So let's go ahead and get started on this project and get it done. By the way, this is going to be the addition of a third piece to a set I've already turned, and I'll show you what that is at the end of the video with some photos. This particular piece of wood, the bark is just, it's not hanging on very tight, let's put it that way. So that's why I am turning it a little bit slower right now. And there we go. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, the big challenge on this project is going to be keeping the bark on. We had a whole bunch of wood off of this tree that was green. However, undoubtedly, this piece is not one of them. And I got a pretty good surprise a while ago when I started turning it, and the first piece that I started turning, let's just say I tested my face shield. So I know sometimes you guys think I'm maybe overdoing the safety bit just a little bit. However, you just never really know when something's going to happen. And I would have never in a million years thought that this piece of wood would have been a problem. Probably because I've turned so much off of that tree recently that it just never crossed my mind that there could be a problem with this piece. One of the things I just noticed is we have a little dirt on this one too. And so one of the first things I'm going to do, since we're going to sand this bark anyway, I'm going to hit it with some 150 sandpaper. And I'm not necessarily going to show that. The main reason I'm doing that is get some of the sand and dirt off of it, but also knock off some of that loose bark. Okay, we'll go ahead and start turning this. Again, we're going to be proceeding with caution, because I do expect that the bark could come off at any moment. And so we're going to take the bark off of this end. I'm just going to come in and do some not really V cuts, because we're going to be going all in the same direction. But we're using the toe of that skew and we better make sure we're okay to do that. I think so. But you see how quick that flaked off. So I'm going to come in here, and I am going to do a V-cut right here. And that way I can come in with a bowl gouge and then just kind of bring this down. Bear in mind, I already know that if I get too far into this, that bark is going to come off. I can see this pecan is spalted here. All right, we're going to come back and do kind of the same thing on this back side. We're just going to slowly peel that bark back. We are fairly close to the chuck, so we want to be very careful when we're doing that. And of course, when we're making parting cuts, it's always a good idea to give ourselves just a little bit of a room. And by doing that, I mean we're going to step to either side of our original cut. Now that's far enough in there. Because of the way this wood is here, I'm not going to try to hit that with a bowl gouge because I know it'll peel it off. Normally that's what I would do. Take a spindle gouge or a bowl gouge and roll that over. We've got this 80 grit, and this is what we're going to work with this bark with. For the simple reason, it's just it's not on there real good. And I know if I hit it with a gouge, it's coming off. I've already done that on the other piece that I cut this one off of. So we are real close to where we want to be. I'm thinking that's about as perfect as we're going to get it. We're rounded over here. We're rounded over here. We've got most of the gray off of this, but I like to keep just a little bit of it. So we're gonna leave the 80, go to some 150. Like I said before, I'm not going to show you all the sanding. We're going to go 150. I'll leave 150, go to 220, 220 to 320, and we will call it done at 320. Oh, that's going to be a beautiful piece. That is gorgeous. Okay. Some of you have probably figured out what we're doing by now. And yes, this is going to be basically a twig pot. I made that little set for my wife, and she wanted a little twig pot to go with the rest of the other two pieces. Because I know the kind of stuff she's going to put in this, I'm probably only going to drill this one to a 1/2 inch. We'll start with 3/8. So we've got this sanded, we've got this drilled out. All we need to do is just a little detail work right here on the end. All I did here was basically just come in and make a little bit of a funnel there. We'll take it just a little bit of the 220 will probably be all we need there. Just let that sand just a little bit. That's perfect. We're ready to part this thing off. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put some boiled linseed oil on it so it matches the others, and then we'll part it off. I've done a couple videos on green wood cracking. I don't think we have to worry about this cracking because it's green. This stuff is, yeah, anything but green. So we're going to let that set there for just a few minutes, and we'll wipe it off. Folks, while we're waiting for this to soak in just a minute, do me a big favor. Go down, hit the like button, make a comment about the project, whether you like it, don't like it, do something different. And one other thing, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. Okay, we've got this, it's soaked in pretty good. I'll put several more coats on it, but for the time being, we're going to take this one off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reach under here. There we go. Okay, the only thing left to do here is this little bitty piece right here. You can use a chisel, a knife, you can even use a bowl gouge to just come in and now you don't want to get your thumb in the way. That's why you see mine over here out of the way. But once you get that done, get you some just 80 grit sandpaper. This is end grain, and you've already hit most of it with sandpaper. Just hit it a little bit. That is fine right there. We're going to come in, hit that with some boiled linseed oil. One of the things that I like to do is, whether I'm dealing with green wood or dry wood, I like to get plenty of it on the inside of these little twig pots. And it looks like we have done that here. Okay, we'll come in and give it one more wipe down. After this one, we'll let it set overnight, and then tomorrow we'll come out here and give it another coat. I made mention earlier that this was going to be part of a set. A few weeks ago, I made this for my wife. Along with it, I made her this little cup so she could put little things in it. She wanted a twig pot to go with it. So this is a matching little twig pot. It's a little shinier than these pieces. Don't worry, when it gets completely dry, it'll match. So now she has this nice little set. She can put things in here. She wants to put a lid over and cover up, little dried flowers or something in here, and just whatever comes to mind for this one right here. And all three pieces, like I say, when it's all said and done, they will match really close. Folks, I can't thank you enough for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy turning.